Hello, Morning Mimosa viewers. This is the founder, Holly Sisa. And as you guys know, this is Morning Mimosas, where we value you as a human, criminal justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. Today is every episode we do is special. They all have meaning and significance to me and the community. But today we're going to take the time out to honor Kirstic Karibal, better known as one third of the hip hop group Migos. As most of us know, a year ago today, Takeoff's life was taken in Houston, Texas, at a billiards. And today, I just want to take a little bit of time to just talk about Takeoff, talk about how much I loved him as an artist, and just making sure that his name is never forgotten either. I know it never will, but So, Kirstic Karibal was born on June 18th, 1994, in Lawrenceville, Georgia. He was the youngest Migo, and Quavo is his uncle, and Offset is his first cousin once removed. So, the young man had a very illustrious career. The career expanded from 2008 to 2022 to his passing. So 14 years. And he was raised once again in Lawrenceville, Georgia, with his mother and Quavo and Offset. He began making beats and developing rhymes in 7th grade, but he did not start producing music professionally until 2011, not 2001. Apologize for that error. They started rapping in 2008. They initially performed under the group called Polo Club, but they eventually changed their name to Migos. They released their first full-length mixtape called Jug Season on August 25th, 2011, followed by the mixtape No Label on June 1st, 2012. Takeoff was the quiet one of the group. Typically, when you heard something going on in the media, it was usually either his uncle Quavo or his cousin Offset that were usually in the media. Takeoff was a very, very quiet guy. So when that happened to him in Houston a year ago, a lot of us were really, really shocked because it was all right. So, I highly doubt that Quavo would hear this, but if he hears this, I really hope that he understands. I'm not saying this to be disrespectful or anything like that. Had he not opened that big ass mouth of his, knowing that he was around mob ties and everything else, his nephew would still be here, but because, he had to have that ego that night, that his ego cost him his nephew's life, not his. So I know that Quavo is probably dealing with a level of guilt for almost a year because had he shut the fuck up, Takeoff would be here and I wouldn't be doing this episode today. I know a lot of people are probably going to come for me for like, oh, Holly, why are you coming for Quavo? 2 reasons. Reason 1, I haven't really liked the kid in a while. So there's just that honesty there. And 2, I loved Takeoff a lot. He was hands down the best Migo of the 3. And then it went Offset. And then, the Beyonce of the group, Quavo, was last. Now, there was, some legal issues that Takeoff did go through. Back in 2015 at the Georgia Southern University, they were scheduled to headline, and they were arrested for, marijuana and, just little things like that. But the thing that really took the ball was sexual allegations made against Takeoff in 2020. I was really surprised by that because I'm like, Takeoff, is a really, really quiet guy. But on August 5th, 2020, news broke that Takeoff was named as a perpetrator in a civil lawsuit filed by a female victim of sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, gender violence, and interference with civil rights at a June 2020 party. Now, this brother is now resting in peace. And to the female who perpetrated those allegations against Takeoff, I really pray that those aren't true. And if they aren't, shame on you. Because there's real women that have been raped. And for you to, say that Takeoff raped you, of all people, it's just kind of insane. So I hope that you're in a better place in your life, because the brother is now a beautiful angel. So he was a vibrant 28-year-old man. Like I said, he was really, really quiet. Takeoff did not talk too much. He literally stayed in the background, as he did on that Halloween night into November 1st. So let's go ahead and talk about why we are here today. The events that unfortunately took this beautiful soul from us. On November 1st, 2022, following a private party at 810 Billiards and Bowling in the Green Street Commercial Development part of Houston, Takeoff was shot multiple times in the head and torso. There was approximately 40 people that had gathered outside the bowling alley after the party ended at 1 a.m., according to Houston's KHOW 11 TV. So earlier in the night, Quavo is seen riding around with James Prince's son, or whatever, that whole family. We don't give a fuck with the Prince family, so they're irrelevant. Seen riding around with there was also like the last story that Take posted before he passed, where he was standing outside with like some black pants, the white shirt. So I think he was smoking a blunt, and then that Playboy Cardi song, I guess, Stop Breathing, was playing. So I remember I watched that story because, like I said, I'm a huge Takeoff fan. I will always believe. And the thing that also broke my heart, just from other research that I have done as far as like Takeoff's murder, there was a nurse there that night, and she, said that Takeoff begged for his life. He did not want to die. He wanted to live. And for him to be shot in a situation that had nothing to do with him was really, really disheartening. So my morning mimosa viewers, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you guys a little something. Have a sense of compassion, especially in stories like this. It's really, really disheartening when somebody innocent loses their life, no matter what the manner of death is. This young man had, at minimum, 60 plus years left of life. And all that was snuffed out in a matter of seconds because people don't know when to separate the hood life from the rich life. Black people, I'm here to tell y'all, and anybody else, minority, black, whatever, once you reach a certain level of success, don't go back to that same hood shit that you were doing, or that same shit you were doing when you were broke or poor, because it doesn't serve you in the end. Look at what happened in this situation with Quavo and Takeoff. Quavo's big mouth was opened, but who ended up in the casket? His nephew. And I also want to say this as well while I'm, on the subject of this. As a lot of you guys know, the Migos were not in a good place before Takeoff's untimely passing. And I'm glad that, Quavo and Offset were able to reconnect, for that beautiful tribute they did for Takeoff at the BET Awards. I completely love that. I really wish that they would have made amends way before this situation would have even occurred or anything like that. Because you guys are family no matter blood or not. And I need Quavo, because Quavo I think is the oldest of the trio. I need him to have a more level of maturity, especially because, like I stated, it was his big mouth that got Takeoff's life taken. And that young man has accomplished so much in his 28 years of life. I could sit here and just talk about all the wonderful songs that he made me move to, he made me dance to. He is a legend to me, truly. It's just really, really sad that his life ended in that fashion. I remember when I got the message that morning, one of my sisters had sent me the Shade Room post. It says Takeoff was shot and killed in Houston. I tried so hard not to scream in that house that morning because I said no. I kept saying no. I was like, not Takeoff, not him. A man that doesn't speak, a man that doesn't do anything, gets murdered. It was just so disheartening. Because like I said, he had a 14-year career. And he was only 28. He had so much more to accomplish. But just like the night before, the music video for the song got released. It was messy. It was messy. And I really, I pray for Takeoff's mother. I pray for his siblings on his mom's side. And I know you guys are probably wondering, oh, what's the shade there? It's no shade. I'm probably just more so just disappointed that his father's side of the family is now trying to fight for his assets when his father's side of the family wasn't really there for him. And this is just based on research that I've done. So it's just really, really disheartening how family will act after a loved one has passed on. So today, I want you guys who are listening to this to please, please, please continue to honor this young man, because he had the rest of his life to give us some more hits. Brother didn't get to have a family. He didn't get to get married. Nothing. All that was completely taken from him. And it's time for him to get justice. So the accused, Patrick Xavier Clark, was indicted on murder. But that case, his case is just really, really shaky. Somebody anonymously posted his $1 million bond. Like, Takeoff's murder is just bigger than what we're seeing. But you guys will see that. And I'm just praying that Patrick Xavier Clark, gets what he deserves. My frustration with that, though, when I looked at the time that he's facing for Takeoff's murder, it's minimum 5 years, max is life in prison. And I was like, so a minimum 5 years for a murder. It wasn't accidental. There was an argument that ensued and an innocent person's life was taken. And the minimum that this Clark clown is facing is minimum 5 years. Justice for Takeoff. Houston PD, do right by this man. I know you police officers have you guys' issues because you guys don't like to fully investigate Black people's cases like that. You guys are sometimes very lazy with evidence and getting down to the truth, which is why Morning Mimosas is here to make sure that truth is always being told for every person that has lost their life, for even people who are living. So, Houston PD, get off your asses. Solve this. Let's get this Patrick Xavier Clark convicted of Takeoff's murder, because Takeoff did not deserve that. I just want to say to Takeoff's family that I know you guys don't know who I am, but I love you guys a lot. And I'm praying for you guys because I know the pain of losing a child. This is for me to Takeoff's mom. Takeoff had a huge impact in my life, and I just want to make sure that he was being honored on the year anniversary of his passing. Takeoff, I know you didn't know me, but I was a fan for a while, and I'm praying every single day that you are resting in nothing but love. I hope you're resting in love, resting in peace, and I'm praying that you, my brother, will get justice soon. Because once again, just like other victims that I cover stories of, you didn't deserve that, just like they didn't. Rest in peace, Kirshnik Karibal, aka Takeoff. Hey guys, this is Morning Mimosas, where we value human life, criminal justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. Until next time, thank you for listening.